Hello everyone, Caleb with Dansie Design Build here, and today we're talking about accessory dwelling units in Herriman City, what their requirements are as far as creating a legal apartment or secondary dwelling unit in a single family home. So if you're looking to create a basement apartment, this video is definitely going to help you out in knowing if you can do that in Herriman City. So the first requirement is that the accessory dwelling unit, you can only have one per single family home. So one per property. So if you're looking to do one in the detached garage and one in the basement, that would not be acceptable to the city. So we have had some people looking to do that in the past, and that does not work. So the other thing is they're only allowing internal accessory dwelling units. So you cannot have one in a detached garage. It would have to be either in the basement or partitioned off of the main level in some way. So the next requirement is that it must be owner occupied, meaning that the owner has to live there in one of the two units. And they do have some leeway there where you can live somewhere else for 4 months of the year. So and they require that someone on the title of the property is the owner. So that's what they're considering owner occupied. Someone who is on the title living there for at least 8 months of any calendar year. So they also do not allow vacation rentals. So things like Airbnb, short-term rentals are not allowed. They're looking for long-term tenants or residents to occupy the second dwelling unit. So the other regulation that they have is that it has to meet the appearance of a single family home. And they ask that we do that by maintaining a single door on the front of the property. So the entry to the second dwelling has to be on the side or the back. So the next requirement that they have is that the second dwelling unit has to border or share walls, has to be adjacent to the primary dwelling unit, either sharing a wall or a floor or ceiling. So a basement shares a ceiling or a floor with the primary dwelling unit. Or you can partition it off, so like maybe the west side of the house is the second dwelling and the east side is not, or is the primary dwelling, depending on how you'd like to lay out the floor plan and what works well for your situation. So that would be allowable. Just to keep in mind that the second entry has to be on the side or the back. And then the only exception to that is that they do allow accessory dwelling units to be above existing garage space. So that's not technically considered living space of the primary dwelling unit, but it is allowable. So the next thing here is that the entry has to be on the rear or the side of the home, like we talked about. And then the last thing that I have here is that, and there's one more, but the last one that I've written here is that the parking, you have to have 4 parking stalls and 1 more for the internal ADU. So if you have a 2-car garage, you have 2 parking stalls inside, you got 2 more in the driveway, and then that's 4. So you'd only need to find 1 more parking space that's off street parking. So pouring a little bit of concrete on the side of the home would be what would be required there for off-street parking. And then the next thing is, or the last one is, the lot size has to be 6,000 square feet or greater. So I have a video showing how to figure out what your lot size is, and I will link to that as well. So if you are looking to create a basement apartment in your home or create an accessory dwelling unit on your property in Herriman City, Utah, then you can definitely reach out to us on our website, dansiedesignbuild.com, and you can request a consultation there. We'd love to talk to you, see how we can help you and your family. Thanks for your time today, and have a great rest of your week. Talk to you later. Bye.